Is this a must-win game for the Texans already in week 4? Let's talk about it. Go, Take that. Look. You don't want your manager to be all up in the videos. Come on over here.
Come to Death Row. You don't want your producer all in your videos with baby oil on.
Yo, guys, you still rocking here with the Bull Run Sports Podcast channel. Don't be confused by the music change. All right, look, y'all comment in the comment section. Holla at YouTube, man, because they flagged our last video. Man, was trying to take our stuff down over the little 10-second music clip that we've been using this entire time. I know y'all love that beat. We love that beat too. But you know what? It did open up something that me and Omar thought would be a pretty good idea. We know, as Texans fans, there's a lot of talented people out here in the in the H-town. So look, if you got beats, you feel like you got the hottest beats in the city, holla at us. Man.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah.
Shoot out to us. Let us know, man.
We're shopping for new intro music right now.
Yeah. Send us what you got, man. If you got them hot Diddy beats, if you out there doing the Diddy parties, dog, holla at us. Send us some fresh beats.
Well,
and
we'll don't holler at us for the Diddy party. I don't want no part of that, bro. I'm too old for all that.
We ain't going.
But this is the email. This is my other email right here. Retrohoopbreaks@gmail.com. We'll put it in the description and all that stuff. But seriously, if you guys, like my man said, there's a lot of talented folks out here in Houston. We're shopping around for a new intro song. Because YouTube's tripping for some reason. We're a little concerned at the moment. So anyway. New intro music for this week.
Yo, the beat gotta be 100% original, no samples, none of that. Like show us your real talent, you know what I'm saying? And if you are selected, you got to shoot us an email saying, look, you got 100% permission from us to use the music. You can't come back if a video blow up and be like, oh man, they using my shit.
We'll shout you out. Don't get me wrong. We'll give you full credit for you know what I mean?
100%.
It's not, you know what I mean? We don't want to get in trouble with YouTube again.
Anyway, man.
Kind of creepy, but
yeah. Let's talk about these Texans, man. Let's talk about these Texans. Obviously, look, we know what it is, bro.
You feel hungover? Do you feel hungover after this weekend?
From the Jack and Coke?
No, not from the Jack and Coke, from the loss. I mean, like, I don't know why, man. I've usually been, these last couple of weeks coming off of, I guess it's just you're coming off of a pretty hard loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's only natural to be like, damn, all right, well, shake it off and let's move on to the next one.
Got to.
But I don't know, man. It really bummed me out. And we'll talk about it later, but we gotta shake it. We gotta shake it off and move on to Jacksonville.
Gotta move on, bro. Gotta move on. That's all we could do, bro.
This is a trap game of all trap games, though, isn't it?
Yes and no, right? Because that's what we're gonna talk about. Is this a must win? I would feel like it was a trap game if we won versus Minnesota, and then we were coming in obviously overlooking the Jags because they just got their ass whooped against the Bills, who
they're on 3.
We're gonna talk. Yeah. Look, we're gonna talk about the Bills in a little bit, all right? But we cannot look ahead, man. The reason why we're saying possibly this is a must-win game against the Jaguars is twofold, right? They're a division opponent. We got our opportunity to put our foot on their neck, bro, and just put them completely out their misery. Omar, their season essentially would be over. Not even essentially. Their season's over if they go 0-4 out the gate. You're talking about firing the head coach and discussions of what to do with the roster. Shaking up everything, bro. Heads are gonna roll, and if we have that opportunity, we have it. We have to take advantage. We have to do it. Plus, Omar, we have to get a win. You know what I'm saying? Like we just took a L, and the way that the Buffalo Bills looked, bro. Look, this is a podcast entirely devoted to the thought and the belief that we're winning the Super Bowl. The way that we looked and have looked to start out the season, and the way the Bills have looked, and especially on Monday night, bro, we ain't winning that game. We not winning that game currently right now. The way that we're playing.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the thing about it is yes, I would very much like to end a division opponent's season in week 4, right?
Yep.
They are coming off of just some abysmal play. I mean, they're talking about Lawrence being washed up and a bust and all this other crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So they're not doing so hot. And the thing about it is that after us, their next divisional opponent is the Colts. They play us, and then they play the Colts, and then they play the Bears, and then they play the Patriots, which okay. And then they go on to the Packers, then the Eagles, and then the Vikings. So they're not, they're up for if we do what we're supposed to do, right? Yep. And if this plays out like it would play out on paper, right? We're supposed to win this game.
Yep.
Their next 6 games, they maybe be able to win one of them, and that's because the Patriots are absolute dog shit.
Well, hey, our division is absolute dog shit, right?
Right.
I mean, we thought the Colts were going to be like this team that was going to like challenge us. Unfortunately, they got to win, but that's why it's so important for us to win this game, Omar, because we don't want to come back down to the pack. We need to separate ourselves as much as possible.
100%.
I mean, bro, the Colts they playing matador defense with the run game, bro. They just let niggas run all over them, and it's crazy. We thought we was doing something. We were like, oh man, we got this amazing rush attack.
Right. Yeah, no, it just turns out that the Colts ain't shit when it comes against the run.
Exactly. So as good as we felt after that Colts game, and as good as we felt about our run game and our O-line, it's like the Colts are just garbage. So we got to continue to separate ourselves, man. Because the Jags may be able to catch the Colts, especially the Titans. And I think you mentioned the Patriots coming up on their schedule. Like, these are winnable games for them, you know? So like you say, we got to do what we know we supposed to do, especially coming on the heels of the ass whooping we took.
The one thing that concerns me, man, I mean, so I'm with you 100%. I guess I'll answer your question, right? Is this a must win, right? And I'm not sure how much different a have to win versus must win is. I don't know if I'd call it a must win necessarily. I will call it a have to win. We have to win this game.
What's the difference?
I think the difference is one of them is like elimination scenario, right?
I got you.
I think it's a little too early for any game in the league to be a must win, with the exception of what's going on with Jacksonville, right? Yes, Jacksonville right now, they have to win something.
To your difference, it is a must win game for them.
That's my point. My point is, and so they're up against a wall. They are currently being cornered, and we are the ones that are cornering them, and we all know how desperate things can get for somebody or a team that's being cornered. So we have to expect that one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to fall completely flat on their face, or they're going to come out screaming, fighting, biting, scratching, eye gouging, poking, nut grabbing, finger poking. I mean, they're going to everything. I mean, they're going to pull everything that you can think of out of the book. And to try to stay alive, to try to, I mean, again, you mentioned it, right? The coach is fighting for his job right now.
100%.
By all intents and purposes, they lose the game tomorrow, he's gonna get fired. I mean, it's not uncommon, right? I mean, we did it to Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, facts, bro. I think I want to say in the same
fourth game,
after
the 4 seasons, we canned his ass. So I mean, I think for us, we have after the Jaguars, I think for us it's a have to win. for obvious reasons, right? We need to win it because it's a divisional opponent. We need to separate ourselves from the pack, right?
Yep.
But then more importantly, we need to get a win before we go to Buffalo.
Yeah,
because
Buffalo comes here. Buffalo gonna serve us
yeah,
up.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because after that, we got. I mean, after Buffalo, we got New England. After New England, we got Green Bay. After Green Bay, we got another divisional game against Indy.
Yeah.
And that one's at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Remember, we keep saying this is supposed to be the easy part of our schedule, and we have not played.
Oh
well
yet. We haven't.
We ain't played a complete game yet. And it all came to the head when we got our ass stomped, and the score reflected how bad we've been playing right up until the ass whooping. It was excusable because you got wins in the win column, but everything came crashing down once you take a L. So hopefully, and this is a good segue into, we hate to beat a dead horse, man, but what contributed to the loss and the ass whooping that we took in Minnesota was the sloppy play.
Right.
And sloppy play in particular by number 78. I'm saying it like the refs probably that got hoarse saying his number all game, false start, number 78.
We were talking about how many penalties he had. Turns out he really had 6 penalties because one of them was declined. They only counted 5 of them officially, but he got called for 6. 4 false starts and 2 offensive. No, what was it? What's the call? We don't even know what the call is. Illegal formation. Illegal formation.
There you go. Inexcusable, bro.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You and I talked about it in the live stream. We also talked about it in Monday's kind of sort of like sober wrap up. Sober wrap up. That's kind of been the phrase. But I think since then, what really concerned me was his lack of accountability. Right?
Yeah.
He was interviewed, and he basically said, "Hey man, I'll take the blame for it only because they called my name."
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to this, right? There's communication that needs to get fixed, right? And the thing about it is that okay, I could understand if Tunsil wasn't the guy that consistently gets called for false start penalties in every game. I mean, I would venture to go back and look how far it's been, what his streak is, because he's got to have a pretty long streak. Because I'm almost certain.
I think I saw somewhere where since he's been a Texan 40, I believe. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section.
Since he's been a Texan,
40 penalties called on him, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. God, bro, that's crazy. But look, I want to get to another point because one of the people I really enjoy listening to is Lance Zierlein. He's one of the first when I first started getting into sports talk radio.
Yeah,
bro,
he was hot.
Lance lost it.
Yeah,
he lost it, and he made one of the best points. And it's one of the points that I've been making consistently since we've been talking about Laremy. Because, guys, we've been talking about Laremy Tunsil. If you've been rocking with us, we've been talking about Laremy Tunsil since maybe the first episode, right? It's always been a point of conversation, right? And
for us, it's been a running joke. Like, obviously, we were talking about him in the offseason, and we were just like, inevitably, you're going to get 2 of the calls. Like, it's just part of the game.
Right.
It was not a joke. It was not funny on Sunday.
And one of the things that I've always mentioned in the past is that one of the things that makes him such a great left tackle and so great against the pass rush and in pass protection is the fact that he gets those first steps, those first lightning steps against those guys, which we used to just think he was just fast. He could just get off the block really quick. Well, no, he's getting off early is what he's doing, right? Yeah. And one of the points that Zierlein drove home was that the fact that he's doing that. He's consistently choosing to try to time the snap count at the detriment of the team, right? And that is such a selfish thing to do. And I never thought about it from that standpoint, about him being selfish, because he's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to pad my stats. What technically there's no stats for offensive linemen, but
we're like Pro Football Focus type stuff.
Yes, right? Exactly. I'm going to make sure that I am still considered an elite left tackle and that I continue to be on the top of the list when it comes to pass protection, and that I continue to get the shine as being I.
And then you see it shine. You see that highlighted with the lack of accountability.
Right.
You know, when asked about this, he's supposed to be a captain, bro.
Yes, that's the other thing, bro. He's got a C on his chest, man.
Come on, dog. That's supposed to indicate leadership. Omar, you're a leader. You're alpha in your circle, in your home. You know what I'm saying? I'm a leader. I'm an alpha in my environment, bro. How often do you start just blaming other people?
That's crazy.
For the mistakes? It's such a natural thing for a leader, even if it's not 100% on someone, you know, or whatever the case is. As a leader, you're like, hey, it's on me. I'm gonna correct whatever it is.
Yes.
You don't ever shift the blame off to somebody. That's the punk bitch ass move, bro.
That was wild for me to hear that. That was wild for me to hear that came from him. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, bro. I just it really threw me off.
CJ needs to rip that C right off his chest, bro. I mean, you know, like
you know what? I'm with what you said earlier this week, which was put him on the pine for a game.
Bench him, dog. And look, embarrass him. You know, like he's all like, you think he's like so fly, GQ, all this.
Don't even dress, bro.
Dog.
Don't even dress, bro. Street clothes on the bench.
Yeah, wear your fly ass clothes in the stands, bro. Sit your ass up in the press box, like whatever. Let the rookie get out there, play fundamental ball. It don't cost us the game at the left tackle position. Unbelievable, man. But yeah, hey, you know, we said it kind of tongue in cheek, right? We were like, oh, maybe just bench him. Well, knowing his contract situation, knowing he's the highest paid player on the team, you know, in the back of your mind, like that's unrealistic. But at the same time, dog, if it's costing you games, if it's consistently putting you back, you know, getting you in these, you know, third down situations where it's third and longs when it should be like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, I don't think it's any longer an unrealistic way to think about it, bro. If a player is constantly costing you games and costing you yards, it don't matter who he is and how much he's getting paid, man, and what your investment is. You can't have him on the field. You can't have liabilities on the field.
Yep. I don't know at this point what to do, right? I mean, he's not. I don't know, man. I was just so disappointed in hearing his reaction to that. I would have bet the farm to him, but man, you know what? I got to get better at this. This is my fault. You know, I was trying to time the snap count, but I just couldn't. The environment was crazy. I couldn't really hear very well, and I took some reckless moves. Anything but, hey man, you know, we got to get this, you know. And then the other thing too,
it ain't my fault.
It ain't my no, bro. The other thing too that he mentioned was that he felt like the refs were targeting them.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like, you know, so he said what he said about the false start penalties, right? But then he also, when they asked him about the illegal formation, he's like, man, I think they're out to get us. They're out to make an example of us. Like, those are the two most like irresponsible, completely like not accepting any fault things to say.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, dude,
they're out to get me, and it's somebody else's fault.
Well, because look, it shows that you have that mindset and you're not going to take the steps to correct it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're talking to your kids or talking to your employees or people that are below you, like you don't want to hear some shit where they shift blame. You know, you want to hear like, hey, you know what? That's on me. I'm going to fix it. Like,
you know what, dude? I just had that discussion with my 9-year-old just yesterday, bro, where he did something and he felt bad about it. And I was like, he goes, well, I feel bad because it's my fault. And then I go, fault isn't supposed to make you feel bad. Fault is supposed to make you learn. When you accept fault is when you can fix something. Yeah. When you don't accept fault is when you'll never fix it. Right?
Exactly.
I think he had turned on, what he had done is he had turned on the car without turning on the engine, and he drained the battery, and he put us in a bit of a pinch. Because, you know, the battery died. I had to come back home and give them the car and fix it. So there was a sequence of events that happened, and he felt really bad about it. And I said, look, you can do one of two things. You can either sit there and feel bad about it, and not accept any blame and just say, oh, it was so-and-so's fault or such. Or you can go, you know what? That was my fault. I turned on the cart. I didn't know that was going to happen, but I know that now. And now that I know that, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah.
I said, and that's where we grow. I tried to explain to him, that's where we grow. We grow when we accept fault. We accept fault when we know we did something wrong. And it's only when we know what we did wrong that we're able to fix it. It's insane.
We're literally explaining how it is to build up a child. This is
a 9-year-old.
Like, that's Laremy Tunsil should know this. Laremy
30 years old, bro.
Had those lessons at that age, and you're supposed to be a leader on this team, and you talking like that. And bro, Titus Howard wasn't no better. Titus Howard's whole thing, and in his questioning of it was, well, hey, we been doing it. We been lining up like this, and they didn't call it on these other plays.
He tweeted something, did he?
Yeah, bro. I mean, these guys, these are the dumbest dudes ever, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just unaccountability everywhere, just non-leadership. It's unreal. It's unreal. They're basically saying, refs. They blaming it on the refs, right? Saying call a consistent game. At the end of the day, dude, you're not lined up right. You know that it's wrong. It doesn't matter if they didn't call the shit before. They're calling it now. Now you're going to go into that Jags game, and the refs are going to be eyeing that shit the whole game.
Right.
Just shut your mouth and say, hey, we messed up. We're going to fix it. We're men. We're grown men.
Right.
Damn, I'm fired up, bro. I know we sound like old heads right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this is stuff that literally just costed us the game. Okay. And the one thing that we feel like we should be encouraged by is that our loss versus Minnesota compared to the Jags loss versus the Bills, we know we got outplayed. We got out schemed.
Right.
We played sloppy as hell. That stuff is and should be correctable as long as, like we say, the players and the people hold themselves accountable and correct the stuff. We were not outmatched. The team was not better than our team. We played like shit, and we need to clean up the things, and we can win against opponents like that. Bro, the Jags just were completely outmatched.
Yeah,
they did not have the talent to line up and beat the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, man, I know I don't want to sound overly homer, overly optimistic, unrealistic, right? We took an ass whooping against Minnesota, okay? So I'm not making any excuses about that. But we got outplayed, okay? But we were not outmatched. From a talent level, we just weren't outmatched, right? So I feel encouraged. We can clean up the things. We can still contend against, the big dogs in the league. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Here's the thing. I want to be with you. I want to be with you in what you just said.
Yeah.
I'm just going to reserve judgment until after this Jaguars game.
I'm with you. And that's fair.
And you know why? Because of everything that's coming out right now. Because last week we were talking about how Joe Mixon won us that first game.
Yeah.
Turns out the Colts can't stop a marble through a paper bag, right?
Yeah.
Like a wet paper bag. they're just, they're inept against the run. And so it's like, okay, well, all right. How much of that was Joe Mixon is awesome? How much of that was the Colts are dog shit against the run?
The Colts are dog.
So now,
Malik Willis beat him, bro.
That's my point. That's my point.
On the ground. Malik Willis at quarterback, you're not supposed to lose against.
So the thing is that okay, cool. Now we're thinking, all right. So that kind of puts week number 1 into question because that's what fired off everything, right? The run got going and then everything got popping after that.
Good. We're drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. We're guzzling the Kool-Aid, dog.
Then we go into then the Bears come here, right? Our first home opener.
Yeah.
And of course we're without Joe Mixon. No, that's when he got hurt.
He got hurt during the game.
Yeah. And just couldn't get anything going after that. Even Joe Mixon couldn't get anything going.
Yeah.
And that was a problem. So now we're like, okay, what happened there? What? All right.
But,
you know what?
But our defense bailed us out against a rookie, inexperienced quarterback.
Yes, exactly.
And we felt, we knew that we needed to clean up things. We didn't have a good showing, but we got the win. and we still felt good sitting 2-0. The
And
rest of
now
the
we
division
go, and then we
0-2.
went up against seemingly the first team that has their shit together, that's popping and firing on all cylinders, and we got murdered.
We got punched in the mouth,
bro. We didn't just get beat; we got murdered.
Yeah, bro.
And so now we're going up against the Jaguars, who are seemingly should be relegated, like you said.
Yeah, they need the NFL needs to do that, bro. Dog,
you've been a strong proponent. That's what you've been saying in the group chat all week. They should be relegated. Send them to the XFL,
bro. Yes,
Dwayne Johnson, come get your guys.
God, wouldn't it be awesome if the NFL adopted that? Yo, if y'all not familiar with how the soccer leagues work, what is it, like the European? What do you call?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's like I think the Spanish league does it like that, and then there's like a couple of other like not oddball leagues, but very popular leagues in Europe that their soccer teams.
If y'all not familiar with relegation, how that works is like the lowest team at the end of the season, the worst team with the worst record gets relegated to like pretty much like the development league, like the NBA, like minor leagues in baseball, like the G League in NBA. I guess in the NFL it would be XFL, right? So, oh my God, bro, it would eliminate tanking in the season, right?
True.
Like people would have to the teams would have to play. And look, you know what I would want, Omar. You know what team I would want to get relegated. I would love to see the Cowboys.
Oh man, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
That would be the best thing ever, man. But
so what happens is the champions from the development league move up into the big league, and then the worst team of the big league moves down and gets relegated.
Swap out. I think it's a good system.
It's a great system. I just don't know if the billionaire owners of these teams would ever vote for something like that. But
man. But anyway, bro, Jags. I think the Jags. I love the way you put it, man. It's not a must win. It's a we have to win. For the Jags, it's a must win. Speaking about that game, man, going into it, I know it's a little early to 100% preview it. Obviously, you guys are watching this right now, Wednesday morning. So the Texans are hitting the practice field today. They're gonna be out there. We're gonna see exactly what these injuries are looking like, man. So big thing, big players that we want to see. Obviously Joe Mixon. Hopefully he's able to get back on the snot this week. Tank Dell left a little banged up after last game, man, with a little, I think, a hand or wrist injury.
So it looked like initially it was just a hand thing, and it's being reported that it was a hand and a rib injury.
Damn.
So we'll see how that pans out. But Mixon's the one that really concerns me because he's got an ankle injury, and he didn't practice at all last week, and he didn't even fly out with the team.
Yep.
So hopefully he gets back in the mix. Also, Dameon Pierce didn't play at all. I mean, didn't practice at all. And then hey, listen, by all accounts, I mean, Akers had a good. I mean, he had a good couple runs. He had some runs in there where I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, he looked decent, man. It's just
we just couldn't get going.
We couldn't get going. We can't talk about the offense at all because I know a lot of people want to shit on Bobby Slowick. Saying, man, Slowick didn't he wasn't prepared. He didn't call good play, bro. You almost got to throw out all of that talk, throw out the game film. If we can't fucking line up and get a playoff without it being called back for a penalty, what are we criticizing? Just throw the entire game out. We just got to play fundamental football.
I think a lot of people really downplay the importance of rhythm. In a football game, right?
100%.
It's all about rhythm and cadence and let's go and let's go and let's go. Most of the times, these guys have 2 or 3 plays that have already been called to them. They're calling 2 plays at a time sometimes, depending on the situation, the 2-minute drills, the 1-minute drills, the 30-second drills. These guys have, I mean, they have playlists, or not playlists, but like, you know what I mean? They have like 2 or 3 plays drawn up. Yeah, they already know what they're gonna do. It's about running down the field and getting going, and just drive killers, man. Absolute drive killers. When you're moving backwards instead of moving forwards, I don't care what anybody says. That's extremely demoralizing. especially in a game when you're down, what was it, 28-7. I think at that point we were down, or 21-7, we were already down.
You depend on that rhythm. You depend on moving the ball and
momentum, getting things going in your direction, and it's just
completely different play call. It just sucks. It sucks the air out of the team. It sucks the air out of that rhythm.
Yeah,
it's just bad, man. You never see that happen to a Kansas City Chiefs, right? They consistently keep their rhythm. They're disciplined. They do what they need to do. Plus, they got the help of the damn refs on these pass interference calls. I mean, just consistently. We need to be able to do that. We don't shoot ourselves in the foot. Maybe the refs will help us out. Help us win games.
You can see a perfect example of what that looked like, even with a quarterback like a Sam Darnold, right? Who's savvy veteran type guy, not necessarily, the greatest and the flashiest and the best, but just with cadence and rhythm and momentum behind you, getting the ball off on time. The timing works beautifully. It's hot and it's 1, 2. You just first read, second read, boom, you're doing, and it's just going and everything's working like clockwork.
Football.
Exactly, bro. Football is being played. It's being executed on the field.
Football 1-on-1, baby.
And you're moving forward. And that's I think we have yet to do that. We have yet to do that.
And how unbelievable is that, man? Because DeMeco Ryans demands a lot out of these guys. So you can't just point to the coaches and be like, oh man, why do you have these guys unfocused? Why are they not prepared? Why are they making these sloppy plays? He on their ass. So at the end of the day, what we talked about, you might have to sit on motherfucker.
To that point. So one of the things I love watching one of the things I think it's great that the Texans do is they have that coffee with coach. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
I like watching that because this week I was particularly interested, obviously. And they asked him about film and watching film and what are they doing? And he said something to the effect of, I'm not even talking to the players yet. There's no point in talking to the players. I'm spending ample amount of time reviewing film and going over things that we need to tighten up with my coaching staff.
Yep.
Right. Like with my assistant coaches, like my coaching staff. I need this, and one of the things I like about him is he's pretty, Coach Ryans is he's at the top, and he's like, it starts with me. We are going to figure it out with my next tier of people. And then those people are going to go out and execute with our players and make sure that everything's good, because I'm holding those guys accountable.
Spoken like a real leader, right? He like first takes the blame. He first takes the accountability. Yeah. He says, I'm go to my guys right under me that I delegate to, right? And then so on and so forth. Not like Laremy Tunsil.
Not like Laremy Tunsil. It wasn't me.
Wasn't on me. Y'all need to talk to the rest of these guys. Bro, such a disgusting.
Can we talk for a second about just what these next few weeks look like game wise?
You want to look ahead, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it's Jacksonville. Who gives a shit,
See, stop. That's that shit. That's what's going on.
No, but the reason why I say that is because we got Buffalo right after that, which is obviously a very scary team. But then after that, it's a pretty interesting schedule, if you ask me, because we got New England right after that, and then Green Bay right after New England. And then after Green Bay, we got Indy. And then after Indy, we got the Jets. And what looks to be like the last 6 or 7 games are just a murderer's row.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's after Detroit, we got Dallas, which, if they kind of figure out what's going on with them, that's going to get interesting. But man, I am not looking forward to the second half of this.
Honestly, bro, I think after this game, versus Minnesota, I realized how kind of silly it was to even be predicting these games at this point, bro. Because week 3, a lot of these teams ain't even got their footing yet. Obviously, man, we got to clean up the fundamentals.
Right.
This Texans team, we don't even know what our identity is. We haven't figured out how we're playing football yet. And I think that's most of the teams in the league right now. I mean, it's such a shift, bro. Yeah. It went from such a passing league, last season, to all of a sudden now it's like ground and pound.
Everybody's running, everybody's moving the rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it'll regress. It'll get back to what it was. But right now, man, a lot of these teams ain't found an identity. Some of these teams that we're looking at and some of these matchups, we're like, oh man, this should be a win, or we should get over on this. Well, nah, we just need to go week by week, man. The focus is on the Jags. We got to put our foot on their neck, bro. Just completely relegate their ass already. Week 4 in the season, and you just put them out their misery, man, and deal with the other 2 teams in the division. Make sure we keep ahead of them, and make sure we lock up, the playoffs, man. I'm not somebody that's like all of a sudden, oh man, our Super Bowl chances are out the window, blah blah blah, all this and that.
No, I don't think so either.
It definitely has shifted to look. Let's just lock in, focus, sure up the division, do what we need to do.
Yes, good point. And that's what I was about to say, because there's a lot of people like, oh, you guys still talking Super Bowl? Yes, we absolutely are, right? But in order to talk Super Bowl, you have to talk playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So it's there's steps to this, right? So you win the division,
baby.
Yeah, exactly. And you win the division, you win the conference, and then you're into the Super Bowl. There's a lot of football to be played between now and even before we even start talking about playoffs, right? Because
yeah, man,
we're not even there. But you want to hear something funny?
Oh yeah, always.
I was just trying to pull up that tweet from Titus Howard, and he deleted his whole Twitter account. What a
hey,
pussy.
bro, he's active on Twitter too.
I know.
Maybe he just blocked your ass, bro, because you be all in here talking shit.
I
wouldn't be surprised because that's the type of sucker shit that they do. Him and Tunsil, bro, they probably like, oh, we're not used to catching this kind of flack. Let's just delete our social media.
Oh no, I'm not used to accountability.
Come on, bro. You hate to see that, man. You hate to see that. It sucks, bro. Anyway, man, whatever. Look, there's a lot of men on our team, bro. CJ Stroud is a leader by the definition of the term, man. He's always holding himself accountable for things. Hopefully that rubs off, man. Hopefully, these guys take their lumps, they take all the criticism, they take all the shit that we talking, and it makes them better. Hopefully they grow up and become men this season, because we need it. Especially they're the biggest people on the team. They're the biggest guys on the team.
And one of them is the most paid person on the team. You know what I'm saying? That's the other crazy part. Is that this whining attitude is coming from the guy that's supposed to be a leader on our team, a captain,
bro. He shaved his eyebrows, which is weird, man. With his shaved face and everything, and just like the extra fatty ass, he looks already like a giant baby. You can't act like it too. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Tunsil. Anyway, bro. Look, guys, we talked about it, man. I think we done it. Y'all got the hot beats. Holla at us, man. Hit up my boy over at the Retro Hoops.
Yeah, Retrohoops. Retrohoop. Yeah, it's retrohoopbreaks@gmail.com. If you're interested, send me what you got. Yeah. We'll see.
Send us the original beats, man. Obviously, look, guys, check out our merch store, Bull Run Sports Shop.
Yep, everything should be listed below. All the I think we connected the store now, so everything's nice and easy. Just click below on the shirt that you like and pick your color, pick your size, and help your boys out. Because our wives are starting to go, well, what are you guys doing over there, y'all? And I'm like, no, I promise people like us. I promise people like us. So yeah, you guys check everything out. But yeah, as always, man, we appreciate you guys watching. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think so far. Do we look past the Jags or not, or what are we doing here? Because
can't do that.
I'm ready to get this over with. I'm ready to get this W and just keep moving, and let's on upward and onward, I guess.
Let's go.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Love y'all.
Peace.